Welcome. Take a slow breath and allow yourself to arrive fully in this moment. This book is not merely about breathing. It is about life itself, the invisible current that animates existence, the subtle force that moves through body, mind, and cosmos. It is about prana, the universal life energy, and your conscious relationship to it. What you are about to encounter in this teaching is not information, but initiation. Not just theory, but experience. Not philosophy, but transformation. This work opens a doorway into the living science of energy mastery, the Secret Art of Pranayama in its deeper inner meaning. Most people believe breathing is a biological function. But the sages of the ancient world observed something far more profound. They saw that breath is the bridge between worlds, between body and spirit, between matter and consciousness, between the finite and the infinite. And they discovered that when breath becomes conscious, life becomes conscious too. The deeper purpose of this book is to awaken you to the reality that you are not merely a physical being who breathes air, you are an energetic being who participates in the universal flow of life. You are not separate from the cosmic current, you are a living expression of it. This teaching invites you to reclaim mastery over your own vital force. At the heart of this book lies a fundamental revelation. Your state of consciousness, your health, your vitality, your emotional stability, and even your spiritual evolution are all directly linked to your relationship with life energy. When energy flows harmoniously, life unfolds with clarity, strength, and presence. When energy is depleted or blocked, confusion, weakness, and suffering arise. Therefore, pranayama is not simply breathing practice. It is the art of directing life itself. It is the science of conscious energy exchange. It is the discipline of harmonizing the inner and outer worlds. It is the pathway from fragmentation back into unity. And this is where the initiatory dimension of the book becomes visible. Because pranayama, in its deepest meaning, is not merely about inhalation and exhalation. It is about the mystery of duality and unity. Breathing reflects the fundamental polarity of existence, receiving and releasing, expansion and contraction, manifestation and return. But beyond this rhythm lies the sacred stillness, a moment where breath dissolves, where duality ceases, where consciousness rests in pure unity. This stillness is not emptiness, it is divine presence. The teachings guide you toward this realization, not conceptually, but experientially. The book unfolds a structured, initiatory path, a gradual awakening of energetic awareness. You begin with conscious breathing, learning that thought, emotion, and intention can be infused into the breath itself. You discover that the air you inhale is not neutral. It can be consciously charged with peace, vitality, healing, clarity, or strength. Breath becomes creative power. Then awareness expands. You learn to perceive yourself not as a solid body, but as an energetic field, immersed in a sea of universal life force. You begin to breathe energy not only through the lungs, but through the entire body. The body becomes permeable, receptive, and radiant. From there, the path becomes more refined. Individual body parts begin to breathe. Organs become conscious centers of energy exchange. Objects and environments become participants in energetic interaction. You discover that life energy flows everywhere through matter, space, and intention. The practitioner gradually learns to accumulate energy, direct it, program it, and apply it for healing, for transformation and conscious manifestation. At higher stages, energy can be stored, intensified, and structured with purpose. This is not imagination in the ordinary sense. It is the awakening of subtle perception and participation in the universal laws. As readers engage these teachings sincerely, many inner transformations may unfold. A heightened sense of vitality, a deeper calmness of mind, greater emotional stability, increased intuitive perception, sensitivity to subtle energies, a growing sense of inner power and presence. The body may feel more alive, the mind more clear, the spirit more spacious. Gradually a person begins to experience themselves not as a passive inhabitant of life, but as a conscious participant in the living field of creation. Why is this teaching especially relevant today? Because modern humanity suffers not from lack of information, but from energetic fragmentation. People are exhausted, overstimulated, disconnected from nature, from rhythm, from silence. They seek vitality outside themselves, while the source of vitality lives within them. This book restores direct access to that source. It reintroduces a forgotten science, the conscious cultivation of life energy, as the foundation of health, clarity, and awakening. It is both ancient and timeless, and it is urgently needed. Who is this book for? It is for sincere seekers who feel that life is more than material survival. For those who sense energy but want to understand and master it. For healers, meditators, and spiritual practitioners who seek deeper inner training. For individuals who wish to awaken their inner power responsibly and consciously. For anyone ready to move from unconscious breathing to conscious living. Ultimately, this work supports awakening in a very direct way, because mastery of life energy leads to mastery of attention. Mastery of attention leads to mastery of consciousness. And mastery of consciousness leads to recognition of your true nature. You discover that life does not merely flow through you. You are life expressing itself. If this teaching resonates with something deep within you, if you feel a quiet recognition, then allow this to be your invitation. Read the book slowly, practice gently and sincerely. Let experience guide understanding. And if you feel called to go deeper, you may continue your initiatory training through For Mystics teachings, or walk the structured path of inner development within Ordo Mysticus. The journey of mastery is never forced. It unfolds when the soul is ready. Perhaps that moment is now. Thank you for being here and for breathing consciously. In love, light and service, I am Ray del Sol.